Headset, cutoff, shorts, rubber boots. It's the look, guys. Get with the times. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. Or welcome back to the channel, if you guys have been watching. Either way, welcome. We are chopping corn. Hell yeah. Last night, we made a starter pile. I don't know, 20, 30 loads, something like that. Just enough to get them fired up and be able to feed fermented corn while we're finishing chopping corn, because we are out of corn silage right now. So yeah, hopefully get to moving some manure again this afternoon, but for now I'm helping haul silage until everybody gets here and everyone gets under motion. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Check it out. It's a 9700 with a 10-row head. Down, we're doing this little tiny field. This field is very swampy, very wet. We're trying to get it done now while the ground is dry, so that way we don't have to deal with dump carting and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely not our best corn. It doesn't get the manure that it needs, just because it's so wet. But like I said, we're just gonna scrape it off quick, give ourselves a place to spread out of the heifer barn up here. So yeah, corn is flying. This lower corner here is extra swampy. You can see right where the wet spot is and where it's not. But it's good to see that stuff flying again. Jack just cut me. Those trucks are a little bit shorter in the front, so I'll let him open up. That's pretty nice corn once you get the headland off of it. Got good size. I think we actually used to farm this lower section. There's a little creek that runs right there. This used to be, still is wetter than wet, but I think it used to be even wetter. You can tell there's pretty gnarly ruts from when we were planting here. All right, my first load of corn is on for the year. We're gonna take her down. We're filling a small bunk that the neighbors have, the place we house some heifers. They don't use it anymore, so they allow us to put a little extra feed up there. You know, it's usually about a month's worth of corn. It's about a mile from home, so we just truck it home while we're, you know, letting the feed at home cook. So we're gonna run this up there, dump it off, and then I think I'm probably gonna have to go get a load of fermented corn. We're buying fermented corn off of a neighbor. So I'll probably run and get that, so that way we can get to feeding cows at home. We didn't have enough to do the whole feeding for today, so I'll probably run over and do that, and then I'll join the pack here unless there's enough guys. If there's enough guys, they can hop in this truck and I'll go back to hauling manure. I can start spreading on that cornfield that they chopped yesterday, start getting that covered, because that field is gonna go into wheat. So I want to get manure on it so we can get that disced and get that wheat drilled into the ground. So yeehaw. we decided we had time for one more before I had to go get that corn. After we dump this load off, we'll hop out and check it quick, make sure the processor's dialed in right, see what the length of cut looks like. Shooting for 19 millimeter. That's where our nutritionist said he wants us to have it. So that's where we have it. You can never judge it on the first couple loads because he's going a little bit slower and yada yada yada. So sometimes it cuts a little longer, sends a few extra husks through. But now that we're into the middle of the field and he's going at it here, we'll take a peek at this next load. Doesn't that sound just get you jacked up? Does me. I don't know. I just can't wait to get down into the big flats, get into some of our real good corn, because this is, like I said, usually some of our worst corn, and that's pretty good looking corn. So I'm pretty excited to get down into the real rich fields that we got, you know. So, all right, now I stop playing around. I got to go get that fermented feed and get to feeding some cows. There's the little starter pile they did yesterday. Like I said, just a week or two's worth. Finally getting those tires put on the new loader. That should be good. Those ones are pretty well shot, so. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna drive truck. We got a part-time guy coming in at lunch, so I can haul manure this afternoon. But we're headed up to a big field right across Route 63 here, close to home. So we'll probably be opening that up until lunch, I would imagine. Kind of waiting. He's coming behind these trees right now, doing that reverse opening. He likes to, when he opens, he likes to be one pass in, and then he turns around and comes back the opposite way, outside in. So he should be coming down through here now. I just kind of tucked into this next field here, so I am hopefully out of his way enough. He should make it fine, I hope. Can't really see him behind these big trees. It's actually a water ditch that runs down through here. Kind of see the cattails, but runs all the way up through there. It'd be so sick if that wasn't a ditch. That would really make for a big, big, big field. There's a load of taters. So he just went all the way around the whole backside of the field and then came back. Now he's gonna go up along the road, come back down that way, and then we'll just start working the field inside out. I doubt the camera will get it, but you can see he's running row sense. So on the head of this thing, there's two sensors. You put it between two rows of corn and it'll hold you right there. So those back wheels are just constantly twitching side to side, keeping him on the row that he's supposed to be on. It's amazing how that technology works. Same thing with his spout. He's got active fill on, so that senses where my truck is, and when he goes around corners, it should automatically turn side to side as it's needed. All he's got to run is the flipper up and down. take a peek at what we got here. There's still some of that kind of stuff that's getting through. But as far as the processing goes, I don't see a single kernel anywhere. What's this guy? No, he's crushed. The processing looks excellent. You know, I keep seeing them laying like that and thinking there's one, but they're all cut in half. So the processing looks excellent. We just got to get rid of some of that kind of stuff there. Granted, again, outside row, you know, you'll get some of that, but right about there is where we want it. Yeah, processing looks excellent. So that's good. Good deal. Better get back to it. All right, guys, we're going to get back on the poo grind here. I wanted to change that pipe out, but there's nobody here to give me a hand, and that's just, it's going to be too awkward, too big of a pain by myself. So hopefully we can get through this afternoon without making even more of a mess. I threw a little more tape on, but I don't know. I have my doubts that it'll hold, but I want to get moving here. So I'll see what happens. Remind me at the end of the day, I gotta put fuel in this truck. Gotta put fuel in this truck. It looks like I got around a third of a tank, which it's 2 big tanks, so we got a lot of storage. But fuel gauge doesn't work, and I keep forgetting at the end of the day to do that. So gotta do that tonight. Remind me, please, if you don't mind. I don't know why I'm talking to you guys. All right, we are back in a cornfield spreading manure. Fall's here, fall is here. The only real difference in corn, I'm gonna put it on a lot heavier. I've got the truck right down in Granny Low. We'll probably do some overlapping. You know, we're able to put up to 24,000 gallons per acre on this ground, according to the crop recommendations. This is a field we just bought last year that hadn't had manure in a very, very long time. I'm obviously not going to be able to get anywhere near that just top spreading, but we're going to put it on good and thick. And yeah, that's the plan. So feels good to be back. We are back. So there's a little field right through this hedgerow here. It's like 2.5 acre triangle field that I was hoping to get manure on, but the driveway's too narrow to make the swing on the blind hill coming off of the main road with a semi. The 10-wheelers could just barely get around. There is a driveway right here. It cuts through these woods. I've never been on it with the truck, and I just don't feel like taking the risk today. So I'm gonna leave that field. I think maybe we will bring some pack manure, you know, some of that compost pile I gotta spread. Maybe we'll put that on that nice and thick just to get manure on that and not have to deal with trying to get the truck over to it. Like I said, it seems like a pretty solid driveway, but it's grown up with grass, and my luck, I'll end up falling in a hole. So yeah, the driveway's right in through here. I don't know. There's a culvert pipe. I'm too chicken today to attempt that. So we'll just put back manure on that and be done with it, I guess. Does anybody ever play the game of how high can you get your float before you overflow it? I do that all the time. I don't know why. Guess I'm just stupid. Let me explain why I do not like the fill pipe on this spout or on this tank. It should be in the center of the truck. Most of the Hainsworth tanks he's making nowadays, it's located in the center. The pipe sets into the fill hole. Here's the problem. You can have the cleanest truck in the world, but right now, if I were to back away, you would see manure dripping out of that. Not a lot, but a little bit. If I drive forward, it leaks on the back of my truck. If I back up, which I have to do where it's setting right now, you can see as I turn away, it drips on my tank every single load. My next trailer will be a center fill, not an offset fill. This drives me nuts. Ugh. All the neighbors have clean tanks. I've got a dirty one. I'm just a slob. When in all reality, this is what it is. Now, if it was a center fill, when you drive away, the little bit that drips on your catwalk up top where people can't see it. Drips on your catwalk, and you can get up there and you can hose it off, and they can come to the back and it can go down this little drain pipe right here, down there. Never gets on your tank. Dumb. I don't like you. Anyways, hammering away, putting a hurting on her. Dumb. Anyways, whatever. I'm grumpy. Alright guys, this is the last load for the night. Put a pretty good hurting on this field here. Got the short rows up top done. Just kind of painting her nice. There's like 23 loads, 24 loads, somewhere in there. Pretty solid really for the amount of time I've been hauling. That should do it for today, I think. We'll get right after it first thing in the morning, pending, I don't know, plans change or something like that. But the current plan is to get right back after this first thing in the morning. So we'll see how that plan goes, I suppose. The tricky part with spreading with the truck is you can't really drive where you've already spread. The tractor you can swing around and once you've already spread, so you kind of got to plan out how you do the field. Which is why I started over there, and I've just been working my way this way. With a little bit of extra that I've got after making that pass, I come up to the top, I do these short rows, and then probably my last 1 or 2 passes, I'll just have to back all the way across the field. Unless it really dries out before tomorrow, which I don't see happening. I'm kicking it out pretty good. I don't know, I think this is set up pretty good to be able to get back out of here just fine. So, I don't know. Like I said, we'll see what morning brings. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends about the Dairy Farmer on YouTube out here spreading the word, chopping corn, and just bouncing all over the place. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.